As the bus rolled through the undulating hills of Tuscany, the landscape seemed to blur into a canvas of greens and browns, but my focus was elsewhere. My eyes, time and again, drifted towards the man sitting a few rows ahead. His presence was like a magnet, pulling my attention away from the beauty outside. I've always been a creature of habit, finding comfort in the predictable rhythms of my life with Tom. But here, in this foreign land, my usual self seemed to slip away, replaced by a curiosity that was both exhilarating and unsettling. The man's gaze wasn't just intense, it was as if he could read the very essence of my soul, the parts of me that even I had forgotten. His eyes, dark and deep, seemed to hold stories of places I've never been, experiences I've never had. The bus made a stop, and he stood up, his movements graceful yet deliberate. He walked past me, and for a fleeting moment, our eyes locked. There was an unspoken acknowledgement, a spark of something I couldn't quite define. I felt a rush of heat, a sudden awareness of my own heartbeat. It was as if the world had narrowed down to just us, the other passengers fading into the background. His scent, a mix of something earthy and exotic, lingered in the air as he moved towards the exit. I watched him step off the bus, his figure silhouetted against the vibrant backdrop of Florence. My heart pounded with a mix of fear and excitement. What was this pull I felt? Was it just the allure of the unknown, or was there something more? As the bus pulled away, I found myself leaning towards the window, watching him disappear into the crowd. The bus ride continued, the silence between us growing heavier with each passing mile. I noticed him looking at me again, his eyes lingering longer than before. My heart fluttered with a mix of nervousness and intrigue. Finally, unable to bear the weight of his gaze any longer, I stood up, steadying myself against the swaying of the bus, and walked over to him. "Excuse me," I began, my voice barely above a whisper, "I've noticed you looking at me. Is there something you see?" He smiled, a warm, genuine smile that reached his eyes. "Yes," he said simply, "I see a woman who seems to be searching for something." His accent was smooth, with a hint of an American twang, which made me feel oddly at home. I sat down beside him, the bus's hum providing a soft backdrop to our conversation. "Searching?" I echoed, feeling the word resonate within me. "What do you mean?" He leaned in slightly, his voice low and thoughtful. "There's a look in your eyes, like you're not just traveling through Italy, but through life, looking for something you've misplaced or perhaps never found." His words struck a chord, stirring emotions I hadn't acknowledged. "Maybe I am," I admitted, my voice catching slightly. "But what do you think I'm searching for?" He paused, considering his words carefully. "Perhaps you're looking for freedom, or maybe it's passion."